Turning 50 marks a profound shift in perspective. The ambitions and tolerances of your younger years gradually give way to something far more valuable: clarity. You begin to understand that time is not an infinite resource, and how you allow others to spend it directly impacts your health, happiness, and peace of mind. After 50, the goal transforms from accumulation to preservation, preserving your energy, your mental well-being, and your joy. This requires being intentional about the company you keep. Here are 6 types of people you should consider creating strong boundaries with, even if they are family or lifelong friends. Number 1. The emotional vampire. You recognize this person immediately. Every conversation becomes a monologue of misery, a detailed recounting of grievances, illnesses, disappointments, and betrayals. They speak endlessly about their problems but show little interest in yours. After they leave, you feel inexplicably exhausted, heavy, or anxious. Why they are dangerous after 50. Chronic exposure to negativity is not merely unpleasant, it is physically harmful. Research increasingly shows that constant stress and negativity trigger cortisol release, leading to inflammation, weakened immune response, and cardiovascular strain. At this stage, protecting your physical health must become a priority. You cannot afford to let someone else's toxicity become your biology. How to handle them. You are not their appointed therapist. Limit exposure ruthlessly. When they call to unload, you might say, I'm sorry you're struggling, but I don't have the capacity for a heavy conversation right now. You need not explain further. Your nervous system will thank you. Number 2. The dream stealer. These individuals react to your aspirations with skepticism or outright dismissal. When you mention learning a new language, starting a small business, or planning an adventurous trip, they respond with variations of at your age. Isn't it a bit late for that? Their tone carries implicit judgment, as if ambition should have an expiration date. Why they are dangerous after 50. The years after 50 can be among the most creatively fertile and personally expansive of your entire life. Neuroscience confirms that the brain remains neuroplastic, capable of growth, adaptation, and learning well into old age. Dream stealers attempt to shrink your world to match their limited vision of aging. They want you to sit down, be quiet, and fade into invisibility. How to handle them. Stop sharing your aspirations with them entirely. Seek out communities online or locally of people pursuing passions later in life. Better yet, simply pursue your dreams without seeking their validation. Their permission was never required. Number 3. The Accountant of Grievances. This person maintains a detailed mental ledger of every perceived slight, injustice, or disappointment. They resurrect arguments from 10, 20, or 30 years ago, using ancient history as ammunition in present conversations. Family gatherings become minefields where old wounds are reopened and examined endlessly. Why they are dangerous after 50. Carrying decades-old resentment is like drinking poison while expecting the other person to suffer. It chains you to a past you cannot change and prevents full engagement with the present. After 50, your mental bandwidth is too precious to waste on relitigating ancient history. Every moment spent nursing old grievances is stolen from experiencing current joy. How to handle them. Establish firm boundaries around conversations about the past. You might say, I understand that situation hurt you, but I'm not going to revisit it repeatedly. I'm focused on moving forward together. Asterisk, if they persist, you may need to physically remove yourself. Some wounds never heal because they are picked at constantly. Number 4. The high maintenance friend. These relationships operate on a fundamentally unbalanced dynamic. You are always the one driving the distance, making the calls, offering support, lending money, or providing emotional labor. When you face difficulty or need a listening ear, they are mysteriously unavailable, too busy, too stressed, too overwhelmed. Asterisk, why they are dangerous after 50. Asterisk, genuine friendship should be reciprocal. A mutual harbor where both parties find rest and renewal. One-sided relationships function as drains, constantly siphoning your limited resources without replenishment. As energy naturally declines with age, you require people who pour back into you rather than simply extracting. Asterisk, how to handle them. Asterisk, stop initiating. Allow silence to reveal the relationship's true nature. If they reach out only when needing something, politely decline to fill that role. You are entering the stage of life where low-maintenance, mutually supportive friendships become essential. You deserve reciprocity. Number 5. The Drama Magnate. Chaos orbits this person like a personal weather system. Their life unfolds as a continuous soap opera: financial crises, family feuds, romantic entanglements, neighbor disputes, medical mysteries. Every conversation delivers urgent updates on the latest catastrophe. They seem to generate crisis as others generate body heat. Asterisk, why they are dangerous after 50. Asterisk, constant exposure to drama triggers the body's stress response repeatedly. Cortisol and adrenaline surge, then fail to fully dissipate. Over time, this chronic activation wears down cardiovascular health, impairs cognitive function, and disrupts sleep patterns. Peace is not merely pleasant after 50, it is medically necessary. Asterisk, how to handle them. Asterisk, refuse to become an extra in their ongoing production. Do not engage with the gossip, offer solutions, or validate the emergency of the moment. When the drama begins, disengage calmly. Asterisk, that sounds complicated. I hope it works out. Asterisk, then change the subject or end the conversation. Number 6. The identity thief of your time. This category includes anyone who systematically steals your time under the guise of keeping you company or needing your help. Particularly when you have plans to exercise, rest, pursue hobbies, or simply be alone. They arrive unannounced, call during your designated quiet hours, or invent tasks that require your immediate attention. Asterisk, why they are dangerous after 50. Asterisk, this is not morbid, it is simply factual. You have fewer years ahead than behind you. Every hour surrendered to meaningless activity is permanently stolen from your health, your passions, or your peace. Time is the only resource you cannot earn back, borrow, or manufacture. After 50, its value compounds exponentially. Asterisk, how to handle them. Asterisk, guard your calendar like a fortress. It is entirely acceptable to say, asterisk, I have an appointment, asterisk even when that appointment is with your treadmill, your garden, your book, or your silence. You need not justify how you spend your time. The people who genuinely love you will respect your boundaries. Those who don't were never truly your friends. The deeper truth. The reluctance to distance ourselves from toxic people, especially family and longtime friends, often stems from guilt. We tell ourselves stories about loyalty, obligation, and history. We fear being seen as harsh or unloving, but here is the truth that becomes visible after 50. Letting go is not an act of cruelty, it is an act of self-preservation. You cannot pour from an empty vessel. You cannot care for others effectively if you are depleted, resentful, and exhausted by those who take without giving. Furthermore, your continued presence in these draining relationships enables the dynamic to persist. By remaining available to the emotional vampire, the dream stealer, or the drama magnate, you implicitly endorse their behavior. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and for them is to step back and allow natural consequences to unfold. Practical steps for setting boundaries. If you recognize these patterns in your life, consider taking gradual but firm action. 1. Start small. Begin with one relationship that drains you most. Practice brief, polite disengagement. 2. Use I statements. Frame boundaries around your needs rather than their flaws. I need more quiet time lately. Lands differently than you talk too much. 3. Expect pushback. People who benefit from your lack of boundaries will resist when you establish them. Their discomfort is not your responsibility. 4. Find your people. Actively seek relationships that feel nourishing rather than depleting. They exist, often among others who have also learned these lessons. 5. Forgive yourself. If you have allowed these dynamics for decades, be gentle with yourself. You did the best you could with what you knew. Now you know more. The bottom line, your first 50 years were about building a life-establishing career, raising family, accumulating experiences and relationships. The years that follow are about curating that life. Curating means examining everything you have gathered and asking, does this still serve me? Does this bring peace or chaos? Does this honor who I am becoming? Removing people who consistently drain, diminish, or distress you is not selfish. It is the most responsible thing you can do for yourself and for everyone who genuinely loves you. When you protect your peace, you become more present, more patient, and more available for the relationships that truly matter. Letting go creates space, and in that space, something remarkable happens. You discover who you are when you are not constantly bracing against the weight of difficult people. You remember what joy feels like when it is not overshadowed by someone else's darkness. That discovery is worth every difficult conversation, every awkward silence, every moment of guilt you must endure to get there. After 50, you have earned the right to peace. Do not let anyone steal it.